YouTube, you smell. Oh my god, be good to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hi. Welcome back to another video. Please no. Welcome back to another video. We're watching, Can you survive a wildfire by hiding in a bath from I Did a Thing? YouTube save me. No, don't listen to chat. Don't listen to fucking chat. They're bad. Did you hear me? I said fucking don't listen to chat. They're bad. Anyway, hi, welcome back to another video. We're watching, Can you survive in a wildfire by hiding in a bath from I Did a Thing? If you like content like this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please feel free to join us at twitch.tv/simplyazura if you'd like to come join these fun little watch-alongs with us. And hello. Okay, YouTube, you guys get to witness something new before the video starts. I recently got this 3D model. I recently debuted this 3D model. And I love it, right? But watch this, YouTube. Watch this, YouTube. We could get in our spot. You guys get to watch me move in real time, and you get to watch me ragdoll. Watch this. Yeet. Anyway, YouTube, welcome back. We're going to watch our video now.
How you going? Check out this tree and see if you can spot something I didn't before I bought this place. It's burnt. Every single...
Yeah, like I was about to say, it looks like you burnt the fuck out of it. That's probably from him doing his, No, actually, he did it in a different spot. I was thinking of his rocket-powered swing, I think, from the last video.
Is burnt. And that's real bad, as some idiot made all of them out of wood. You know what's also made out of wood? My new house.
God, can you imagine making a tree out of wood? It possibly couldn't be me.
So what am I going to do if a bushfire does rip through the property? Or even worse, what if there are marauders? Could I survive by hiding in your normal household objects?
I don't think you can survive in the bath, by the way. I'm gonna put my doubt out there now. I don't think you can survive a wildfire in a bath. Australia's had wildfire problems the past few years. Yes, I just remembered that after I had talked about the fucking rocket-powered thing. I did recall, as I'm watching this, that they have had crazy wildfires.
Like your bathtub? Or am I just cooked?
You're cooked.
Alright, now I'm picking 3 things to attempt.
Why are we pissing in the bath? We're fucking sophisticated humans. We piss in the sink.
To survive in. And the first is the bathtub. And it makes sense if you don't think about it very hard. It's made out of steel, it's wet, and it's a contained space. And there was a really interesting article published by a fire coroner that showed that around 50% of people that die in their
Turner, thank you for the follow, welcome in. Ordinary Days, thank you for the follow, welcome in.
House are located in their bathroom and even the bathtub. And I don't think that's because they were dropping their kids off at the pool when the fire came through. It's probably because it feels like the safer room filled with less flammable objects than my garage. So I'm going to do the best case scenario and get a cast iron bathtub filled with water and then put a wet towel on top. My floor...
Ooh. Cast iron bathtub. You're going to try to test surviving in a fire. It's going to burn the hell out of you. Yeah, hello, welcome to Ordinary Days. I'm glad you're here.
Is if water filters smoke in a bong, surely it will work with a wet towel in a bath. Next we got your fridge. Well, not your fridge. I couldn't work out where you live. I'm getting the exact fridge from the Indiana Jones movie where Harrison Ford hid in it and survived a nuclear blast and then got shingles. And fridges are a pretty common movie escape trope, but I'm not sure there is anything safe about them as they are covered in toxic plastic, have a compressor, and are usually filled with stinky fish.
Ew, my brother in Christ. My brother in Christ, why do we got whole raw dead fish just sitting out in your goddamn fridge? Finally, I can't just be welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Then for all you Americans, we have a fireproof gun safe, and it's got walls made out of steel and gyprock, which is meant to insulate it and keep the temperature under 150 degrees. And this sounds a lot better than a fridge, but I don't know, as even if you don't die from the heat, unlike the guns in the safe, you need oxygen to survive. And to make this test slightly scientific, I'm going to put a thermometer in each with an oxygen and a CO2 reader, so we all know exactly how effective they are. But first, I'm going to do a small scale test.
Why are we tempting our grippers? And who let this child play with this blowtorch? Whose idea was this?
And this ain't looking good for the mini bath, as after only a minute of this tiny house being on fire, the water was already boiling. But maybe it'll be different with a bigger bath. For the fireproof safe, I made this block, which is gyprock mined straight from the source, some felt, and then sheep.
Ah, yes, I also used drywall. Used drywall to build mini testing dioramas.
Pretty promising. I kept this flame against it for like 10 minutes and the heat inside didn't go up at all.
And inside is cold.
But I don't think we learned anything from this small test except not to give a 3-year-old a powerful laser.
Ow! Okay.
Which means I need a real house to burn. Heads, I burn down this house. Tails, I need to make one.
Yes.
So the first step in
Man,
building
he
a house,
really for a man obsessed with building crazy contraptions, he really did not want to burn down his own house. I think he should do it. Do it, no balls.
is getting 2 mates to do all the work. Dan and Liam. Dan builds houses for hippies in the mountains, and Liam is a professional architect with a YouTube channel. Mates that have different names will also work for building a house. So if anything goes wrong, we all know who's at fault. And at first I thought I'd spend $1,000 on wood, but why would I do that when I can buy a $2,500 chainsaw and then spend an hour ruining the bar to make an Alaskan mill, which allows you to turn anything wooden into more wood. You know what?
Dude, I have to say it in every video, but it reassures me, or not reassures, but it comes proven in every video that this man does not care for his fucking grippers, man. Them dogs are barking and they're gonna be put down. Please put on shoes. Holy shit.
They say, give a man a stinky fish and he'll eat it, but give a man a chainsaw and he'll be eating stinky fish for life. But I did forget that the wood of this tree is still very wet, and the same with the giant gum tree that fell down on the property. So this ain't gonna make good building material or burn very well. So instead we stole the neighbour's trailer and headed down to the local tip.
Alright, let's jack it up and take it.
But
Yeah, I like that. I mean, you can't really hide in a dunny though. Maybe you could hide a baby in a dunny.
And after almost getting into a fight,
Ew, that fucking, what'd they say, a dunny, that toilet? It looked like it was full of disgusting fucking diarrhea swamp water. Holy shit.
with a man about a hoe,
You got the hoe?
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, hoe's on the house. Enjoy your hoe.
we somehow
Man,
got everything we needed
I
to
wish I had a hoe. I wish I had 2 hoes. I really wish I had a hoe.
burn, including a Chubb fireproof safe, a fridge, and a cast iron bath, all from one tip. Unfortunately, the tip didn't have much good wood though, but we met some tradies who gave us some free concrete formwork. So then we pointed at a plan and worked out that the tradies' wood was not going to be enough. So we also had to buy some pine for the walls and frame. And we tried to get the untreated stuff, but there is still some pretty nasty chemicals in plywood, similar to cigarettes. And I mean exactly the same as cigarettes. And we are kind of just making our own version of an IKEA burnable house, where we pre-make all the walls in the neighbour's garage and then hopefully can just walk them over and nail them in place. And the first wall looks like a floor, but that's because it's on the floor and not on the wall. Then the other walls came together perfectly. So once we had a big stack of walls, we moved on to the floor, which we were going to make in one giant piece.
Yeah, motherfucker. That's why you should put on shoes. Holy shit.
And I can't tell you how long I've wanted to use one of these. Like legally, I signed an NDA and I can't. But it's my new favorite tool. And it's crazy to think that a tool company watched my hammer gun video and made a more functional version of it. And we did forget about the weight of the floor and almost made it too heavy to move. And after an hour of moving panels to the top of the hill, we realized we could have just made everything up there.
That sounds about right. You know, fucking get 75% of the way through a project. Be like, man, I could have saved myself a bunch of time and effort and just did it in the right spot from the start. I do that to myself all the time.
And you would think that with the combined brain power of a YouTuber, architect, and builder, that this whole build would come together smoothly, and we would be able to get the basics like wall dimensions right. But somehow we either stuffed up the floor or the wall. So we took it back down and weren't pissed off at all.
Pull it off.
Man, that's tragic. To have to fucking tear it all apart and then redo it. Yikes.
Throughout this whole building process, there was a constant feeling of everything being completely pointless. Like usually the things I make are useless, but I've never put this much effort into something whose only purpose is to be destroyed. Which resulted in Dan, Liam and I constantly arguing about what to do.
He's never put this much effort into something to purposely be destroyed. Can I remind him of the giant Beyblade that, I mean, I guess that doesn't count because that destroyed other things. But the giant Beyblade and all those mannequins he destroyed, was that not meant to just be fucking... Not meant to be wrecked. Holy shit, I keep ragdolling like crazy. And hello, Jacob. Welcome in.
Missed.
I wanted zero effort, Liam wanted it to just stand upright, and Dan thought we were actually building him a real house. And we didn't want to break the illusion and tell him we were burning it all down, so we let him do a fancy thing called bird mouths on the rafters. And look, I'll tell you a secret. Some of my other subscribers have been saying some pretty nasty stuff about you. They said, Paul, you're a nice guy, but you're real stupid. And you don't know what a bird's mouth is. They also said some stuff about your sister, but we all know that's true. So Paul, a bird...
What the fuck is a bird's mouth, chat? YouTube. Does anybody know? I have no knowledge in building or architecture or anything, so I have no idea what that is.
Bird's mouth is this joint right here.
Oh, never
and it's
mind.
for the rafters, so they sit nicely
He explained it 5 seconds later. Never mind, guys. Never mind.
on the walls. And it makes no difference at all. But remember, Dan thinks this is actually his house.
Not correct?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. What's happened? Doesn't reach?
Well, nah. Not by a long shot.
So we tried for an hour or two to make one, but couldn't even get one of them right. So we just called it a day and went fishing.
Yeah, tools down, we're going fishing.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Oh man, that's a fucking gorgeous view. Look how pretty.
Look at that. It's the sponsor of today's video, Odoo. Odoo is an all-in-one business management software that provides entrepreneurs like me with a range of applications to simplify the day-to-day management of their business, including invoicing,
stop
accounting,
ragdolling,
project
chat.
management, website creation, and more. Today I'm focusing on the Odoo
YouTube, watch
inventory
this.
application, which is essential for any business looking to manage its stocks effectively and adaptively with advanced features like barcode management, smart storage rules, and complete traceability. It offers a comprehensive solution to maximize productivity and minimize errors. It allows you to efficiently manage inventory, effortlessly organize your shelves and aisles, and automate product routing from your warehouse and other retail points. Also, if you are doing the picking and packing, you can optimize your processes with smart strategies such as wave, cluster, and batch picking, as well as first in, first out, last in, first out, and average costs. I love that. What about you want to do some real-time tracking? Well, Odoo has that as well, and you can stay updated.
I work
on
in a
stock
grocery
levels,
store and this is
expiration
still too
dates, and
complex
product
for me.
movements. With the integrated barcode scanner, you can easily register the incoming stock to the warehouse in seconds, saving you from redundant manual work. So start saving time in your warehouse.
This just
and streamline
reminds
the
me
flow
of
of
my
your
actual
inventory.
job where I
Click my
have
link
to
the
scan
description to
things
get
in
started
and
with
move them
Odoo.
and
The
do
first
all
app
these
is free
things.
for life with unlimited hosting and support. Okay, day 2, and we're back
Yeah,
to
day
doing bird
2.
mouths. And that worked this time. So we cut a billion more and then just slapped on the roof. Then nibbled some tin sheet before slapping that on.
How can you not know if you're circumcised, though?
Pardon? What kind of fucking conversation are they having? What do you mean you don't know if you're circumcised though? What?
How can you not know if you're circumcised, though?
I feel like you should know if you're circumcised, chat. That's crazy.
I am. I just don't want to make my dad feel uncomfortable asking.
And there we go. There was only one more thing to make.
Alright, let me check. Don't put the drill back in.
And now the cabin is done. But I forgot something pretty major. There might, maybe, possibly, definitely be a total fire ban. So we can't legally light it on fire. And usually I would do it anyway, but people aren't going to be happy if I set the whole area on fire while making a video about fire safety, which means we are going to have to wait a month for the fire ban to end and also get permission from the fireman. And that's also the end of Liam and Dan. So go check out Liam's YouTube channel where he makes
He
things
said that.
slightly
He said that's the end of Liam and Dan in like such a way where it kind of sounds like they were executed after building the house. That's the end. Okay, cool.
better than I do on his channel Morosi Makes.
Okay, 1 month later. It's moldy and wet. So we're gonna
Ew. How the fuck did it mold so fast? That's disgusting.
have to dry it out somehow.
Not this thing. Not this jet engine coming in from the other video. That's crazy, dude. You know what? You know what? This is the first time besides the Beyblade series that I've seen something he's made come back in another video. So I'm actually happy to see that it didn't go to total waste.
The cabin is fairly dry now, so we waited for a non-windy night when my mates were feeling pretty hungry.
And there's a chicken in there.
Yes, the chicken.
Oh
Would you like to write anything nice on the walls?
no, I'd like to put that. I like to put that over here,
Tell me where you want to put it, please.
right here. Step ladder into the.
Ruins the shot.
No, it does.
Also, who has a bathtub in their living room with their safe? All of this is wrong already.
Not everyone's a rich YouTuber. Some people have to live like this.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Some people, I mean, their bathrooms wouldn't be like directly in the living room, but some people only have like a studio, no? Right? Where their only room is like their living room, bedroom, kitchen, and then the only thing separated is the bathroom. So it's not totally incorrect.
So inside the fridge, safe, and bath, I put some chickens, thermometer, and an oxygen reader. And the sensors aren't fireproof, but they don't need to be, because if they melt, we'll know it was hot. And here are my predictions. The fridge chicken is going to be completely gone, bath chicken is going to boil, and I reckon the chicken in the safe might survive, but will suffocate.
Smells good. Is it going all over your feet?
Is it? Is that enough?
Oh, no.
Scissors, paper, rock.
Oh, why are you pouring gasoline? Oh, why are you pouring gasoline with your bare feet out, man?
Scissors, paper, rock.
Chili.
Hey, Julie, you got it. You got limited time.
Please.
You know what? What a fucking way to light this bitch ablaze with a flaming arrow.
Whoa!
To the bathtub.
And I'm not sure why we had so much trouble lighting this cabin full of petrol, so I tried again with my favorite cocktail.
Whoa! Holy.
And place your bets now on what's going to happen to me when I run into the cabin to get the intro
Why?
shot of me running out. A,
Okay. I was like, why are you going in? Because he's getting the intro shot.
I get burnt. B, I find a penny. And C, I forgot that I shattered glass on the ground
It's gonna be A and C for sure. He forgot he shattered glass and he burnt himself.
and cut open my foot.
What is going on? Should put on the.
That's bad. That's really bad.
What?
What? You know what I completely forgot about?
What?
The fact that that is filled with glass.
Oh!
I've got a
That's why you should wear shoes. Shoes would have solved that.
really deep cut on the bottom.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's a pretty good cut. That's a good cut.
Okay.
So after patching up my foot and putting on shoes, we refilled the cabin
Yay!
with petrol.
Oh my god, can we get a round of applause for for I did a thing for putting on his shoes? Let's go. Good job, my guy. Oh, I ragdolled. I clapped so hard I ragdolled.
And
Whoops.
tried again.
No. Is that meant to happen, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yep, we're out. I reckon we do it.
I think hands the only way.
Hey,
Right?
bud.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yo, that was a crazy shot. Hold on, we gotta go back a little. How can I rewind? Just a smidge. Alright, let's see that again.
I reckon we do it.
I think hands the only way.
Hey,
Right?
bud.
Whoa! Whoa! What the?
And you don't need me to explain what just went wrong there. But I'm lucky. Stupidly lucky.
Have you heard about half a what? Finish your joke. Finish the joke.
I was like, yeah, you should probably go light it by hand.
I reckon the roof is going to collapse onto it.
Oh yeah, we don't want to be too close to this.
You know what? I'm sorry to derail. Belle, you're so fucking cute for that.
Right, have a guess as to what temperature it is inside.
2000.
I like to build from this angle. Holy dude, it's over 600 degrees in there. You can feel the heat.
I'm surprised the fire marshals didn't want to come, like, watch them do this. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's just hot.
What the?
Gotta watch out for everything around you. I mean, we can't.
Really, watch out.
Oh. Wait.
Belle, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day.
Could we, yeah. I don't think that water's gonna do anything. We call the. Wait, grab that, whatever that is down there.
Careful, careful. Holy, I did not think it would be that hot.
Dude, this is not good.
This is not good.
Should we just start spraying it?
Alright, the cabin is going up quickly. It was already over 700 degrees Celsius. And it's so hot that we had absolutely no chance of putting this out, even if we wanted to. We couldn't get within 10 meters of it.
You're doing a good job!
And you
Yeah.
know, previously, when I saw the houses of celebrities and influencers burn down, I didn't care. But knowing it could happen to me, and seeing how hard it was to control this small burn, has definitely encouraged me to get some firefighting equipment of my own.
Oh, here we go.
Which is really good.
Fun fact chat. I own two or three fire extinguishers for various things. And there's one in the hallway of my apartment too. So yes, invest in fire equipment. It's worth it.
We picked a wet day with no wind, as the fire still seems contained. But if the wind picks up and these embers change direction, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Well, I think that's the worst of it.
So the first thing to go was the roof, which knocked the bathtub through the floor. And I sound like an idiot saying this, but I just couldn't believe how hot the fire was. So I'm changing my prediction. No chicken is surviving this. So after we let it burn for an hour, which is a much shorter time than a real house would be on fire, we started putting it out. And it wasn't looking good for the bath chickens or the fridge chickens.
Water's boiling in the left side, but you just get
Boiled alive. Okay, well that's... I mean, I feel like we don't need to check on the chickens at this point. Like, this is a pretty certain thing, yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit dumb for ever thinking that there might be something to this video at all.
Let me get the plate in there as well. Oh,
actually looks well cooked.
Man,
that looks delicious.
he got dinner out of it though. Just cut into the chicken. It's perfectly cooked.
But it's just
Whoa!
It tastes like lobster.
It's so moist.
What? I'm sorry, something just exploded outside. It might have been a firework, but it got me as soon as I started reading it. One extinguisher for cooking, one for her computer, because we all know her luck, it's going to happen, and one for the bathroom after Chipotle. Yes, you're entirely right.
Somehow the chickens tasted amazing, even with the aftertaste of burnt towel. But before we open up the fridge and safe, we're going to wait till it cools down in the morning. The most impressive thing about this is not the fire, but the fact that the bathtub fell through the floor and still stayed upright.
How did the bathtub land exactly on its leg?
It like Looney Tuned. And also look, this is the fridge chicken.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah, look how good that looks.
Wait,
Oh
pick it
man,
up.
that fridge chicken right here. You can definitely tell it might have once been a thought of a chicken.
Oh. Oh!
so crispy.
Okay, so don't hide in the fridge.
Don't hide in the fridge.
Dude, that's some like chicken jerky, but like bad chicken jerky.
Oh,
It actually looks pretty,
Right.
almost a little bit good.
Ooh, you don't know the combination to the safe.
What? The knobs melted. That was metal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the knob melted off. That's crazy.
This looks delicious.
Where did
Actually-
the thermometer go?
Actually, hold on. Hold on, we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat myself. Hold on.
This looks
That looks like a perfectly cooked chicken. Like, I would probably try that if it hadn't sat out overnight. That looks delicious, actually.
Delicious. Where did the thermometer go? You can't negotiate with a fire.
You can't negotiate with it, you can't argue with it.
You just have to get as far away from it as possible.
You know, if there is actually a bushfire, the only thing to do is get out of there, because that's the only way to actually stay safe. But definitely chuck some chickens in the bath, as you'll have the most delicious chicken dinner to come back to.
All right. Let me get all up in your face again real quick, YouTube. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for joining me. Excuse me. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys had fun watching. I certainly did. If you like content like this, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, YouTube. Mwah.